Hey everybody, Poker Dad here. So I'm going to be starting my new global poker journey here. 30 buy-ins. I'm going to be playing and just hoping to go up the stakes as best I can. I plan on four tabling, so I want to get used to four tabling, and we'll get used to it here at the lowest stakes here available at Global Poker, and this way then, as I go up the ranks, I'll be used to doing it, and hopefully I can do it effectively. So anyway, begins the newest journey in my poker career as we kind of start over in a way, but I'm kind of excited about this. So now we just gotta wait for some more tables to become available, which they should pretty quickly. Global Poker is a pretty active site. I can actually move this over here to my other screen while I wait for some other tables to open up, and they'll be tiled so you can see everything. Just wait for one more table. I think we got it. Yep, we do. So bam, here we go. Four tables. I'm actually going to do something here. I kind of expanded out on the screen. You know what? I prefer it to be all closer together. Yeah, I don't mind this. I don't mind this. All right, so here we go. Here, let's get it started. Let's get it started. So it's a $4 buy-in. So first thing we can do is we can look for recreational players and tag some recreational players. Anybody who has under a full buy-in, we could definitely just tag as recreational players here. Here we get queen queen, so we'll definitely raise this up. And we'll take that down. This 9-8, of course, will definitely be folding in the big blind here. What else? We got him. He's definitely a recreational player. All these guys we can mark as rec players. This here is king 5 in the small blind. I'm definitely going to bump it up. 12 cents, 3 big blinds versus the big blind. And get a pretty nice flop here, so we'll definitely we can actually check raises. Or I could even check call it too. I think the spot actually I might just check call it here. This right here, down here, I can definitely fold. And we do land a flush. King high flush, kind of like that. Let's just go with the pot size bet, see if we get a call. And he folds it up immediately. So we wouldn't have gotten any other money off of that hand anyway. 7-6, I can fold this up. Alright. 9-5 here, I can raise it up at the button. If it folds to me. Actually, no, it'll be 9-6, actually, I believe it would be. So I'll fold that. It'd be 9-6 would be what I'd be raising. This Jack 10, I'll fold that down here. And this Ace 2 here in the cutoff, I'll fold that. And this Ace 5 here, definitely just going to bump it up. So make it 16 cents because we have a limper. we do go three ways here. So we have a straight draw. We have a backdoor nut flush draw. Here I get aces, so we'll bump that up. Definitely, we get a bet here. Definitely okay with calling. I mean, yeah, I think this is a good enough bet here to call. Little three ways. Actually, three ways I really should fold this up. That really is a hand that should fold up. This here, we can definitely call this. And here I get the aces, and I have no problem leading out in the three-way pot. Here I get top pair, backdoor flush draw. I'm going to check it off here in the three-way pot. Still top pair, really not much else happening on this board. This spot here, we're definitely going to raise that up. Maybe I should take that down. This is an interesting spot here. With Jack, Jack, Queen. I think it's going to check behind here. This ace 9 I could definitely fold. This 2 we can fold. 44-cent bet here. It's an over bet. I don't really see a reason to call here. I can fold that. Over bet on just a draw is really all we have, plus a paired board. Not something I really want to get involved in. 8-2 we can fold to a bet here. Even a min bet, no problem folding to it. This king queen we could definitely bump this up. Not a great flop with the paired jack here. I could definitely bet him here. $16 behind. I'm just going to check it. Now we do get a queen. This is an interesting spot here. I don't think he has a jack. Definitely just going to throw out a bet here now. I think a 20-cent bet is good. To the limp here, the queen jack, I'm actually going to fold that up. And here versus small blind, we could just check the ace 9. This ace 4, I'm definitely going to bump this up. Backdoor nut flush draw. If he bets, I'm going to call it. At least, check out one more card here. Check back, of course. And now this hand's pretty much dead. We can fold any bet here. And here we get bottom pair. This is not a great board with the two jacks here, so I think we just check behind, especially with two other players in the pot. This 6-5 in the small blind to the raise. I'm going to fold that up, especially with the limper behind. This jack 6 we can fold. And the ace 4 here, we're definitely just going to fold this up now. So far, not bad playing 4 tables. Pretty much able to keep an eye on most of the action here. I'm going to fold this up. The 5's here, actually I can just check behind. Get an interesting raise here. Now raise there too, so I'm going to fold the fives. And this here, I can definitely fold this. Ace Jack, we can raise that up. Queen 3, I can fold that. And we get a 3-bet here, and this spot here is definitely a fold with Ace Jack offsuit. This I can fold. Eight seven offsuit small blind. I'll just check this ace 5 here real quick. Just curious. 8-7. 8-7 actually I think is definitely a fold. Well, now especially to the raise there. And this ace 5 here, definitely check behind. Not much going on here. Three ways. Six 3 I can fold. Again, nothing happening here. Definitely going to fold to any bet. And definitely going to bump this up here. This guy just 3-bet me before. We'll keep an eye on that. He folds it. See what kind of player he might be. So let's see his interesting spot. I guess this guy here posted. That's definitely a green, a blue for him. And 9-8, definitely gonna bump it up to 16 cents. Get a call from the big blind. We got a gut shot here. Interesting spot. I don't think I would go for a bluff here, just because of the fact that, even though it is a gut shot, the spades don't really help me. I'm just really hoping for one card. Although, I mean, it really is a good spot for it. Would have been a good spot for a bluff there on the flop. Here, obviously, I'm just going to end up folding this up. And this ace-10 here, which is essentially in the middle position. I can raise this guy up here. This spot here, this could be a good spot for an isolation, actually, with ace-6 suited from the button. Here, nothing really doing. We could just check it off. Again, we just check it. Nothing happening here on this flop. This is a pretty bad flop here. In fact, we went 3 ways and no clubs. Nothing really happening here for us in this one. This king 8 we can fold. And we could definitely just fold this here. Uh, 10-9, we get a pretty healthy raise there from 24 cents from a recreational player in a small blind. I'm actually going to call. with the 10-9 suited. This spot here, I'm going to bump this up to 16 cents. Here I do get top pair. Another really pretty hefty bet, but a half pot bet. I'm going to call it. Obviously, what we're just worried about here is that he has, pretty good, you know, ace, ace, king, king, queen, queen, something like that there. This ace 7 here, fully pot with this. This would make 16. This here we could definitely just check. Another big bet here. I'm just going to probably just get out of this hand now at this point. This here I could check. Ace jack here, nothing doing. I'll definitely call this with a nut flush draw. This guy's just betting big and betting heavy. Such a big bet, I'm just going to give him like a little min raise. See this ace 7 here, we'll just check again. And the aces here, definitely is going to throw out a bet. And this here we're going to make a 16-cent bet. And now we just really don't get much here at all. Just check it off. Ace jack, really not a great flop for me. And pretty minuscule bet here. So I'll make it 80 cents is good. This here I can check. This will fold. And I'm going to fold this. Nothing happening here, so this one here I'm definitely going to fold off. He raises it. I'm just going to shove them all in. This here will fold. I'll take this down. Jack 5 I can fold. So right now we're playing here three-handed on this bottom table here. This here will check. Nothing happened here, so we can get out of this hand whenever possible. And I'm just going to throw I'll throw a 12-cent bet this way. And I'll just fold it up. 7-2, we can fold that. So this table is broken out. Oh, he's back, so I guess we'll stick around for a little bit. This right here, still nothing going on here. This king 9, definitely call to the min raise. See if I can fold. This spot here we could just check. Nothing much going on. To this bet here, we just fold out of this hand. And to this bet here with nothing really happening, fold this one up. 10-8, I'll just call this. Middle pair, we could do a check call here. This is king 7, we can fold. This right here, ace 10, we could definitely raise. We get a call here, and we get a bet here, 8 cents, pot size bet. I'll just call the 10 here. Check it off again. Flush draw, I think I just fold here, not at any bet. Here I get top pair. I'm actually going to throw out a half pot bet. Top pair, top kicker. This here will fold up. They both come along with me. Kind of disappointing. He shoves all in. Straight draw out there, so I think we just fold this up. And this jack 9 here, I definitely can bump that up. And the 3s here I'm going to fold to, actually, I'll call the 3s there in position. This right here, ace 10, I'm going to fold this up. So here I have a gut shot over here. Threes we can definitely fold. Gut shot, 24 cents. How do we call it? Fold this. We don't hit it. There is a backdoor flush draw. Let's see if we can fold. 64 cents into 85. I think I'm inclined to actually raise them here. This is a good spot to bluff. Gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. See if we can get the fold there out of him. See, we'll definitely raise it up. He actually calls me. Kind of disappointing, having nothing. Let's see about the fold. So, can't bluff him here. This guy's just a complete nut. This guy's just all over the place. Let's see, we gotta definitely check. And I'm just gonna fold out of this. So that bluff did not work there. This king is like a fold here. And this 3-4 here, we'll just check. And we do have a open-ended straight draw here. So we'll check call. I could even check raise. No check raise opportunity. Still have it. So let's just check again. And we do hit the straight. There is a flush draw out there though. So I'm just going to do a check call. And we'll just take it down. Just like a fold. And 2-4, I fold this. Jack 2 will definitely fold that. Bump up the ace jack. Up here I get kings. Getting better hands up top. So this is a spot here. We'll make it 16 cents. Nothing really doing down here. Check fold it. Get out of the way. Here I have top pair, so multi-way pot. Interesting. Just gotta hope somebody doesn't have a set, of course. This here I'm definitely gonna fold. He bets half pot. Pretty normal. It's what I would have done. I'm gonna think about raising here just to get this guy out of the pot, but I mean he's only got $1.35 sitting in there also, so I'm just gonna call it. Now I get my 3 of a kind, which is wonderful, and we'll just happily call him. And we just hope he doesn't have any kind of oh, we took it down. Let's hope he didn't have any kind of, I don't know, anything weird. Felt pretty confident in that spot. I get a set down here. Multi-way pot. If he bets, I definitely will raise it up. He doesn't, so we'll just put in the half pot bet. Spot here, we'll definitely raise this up. We'll just take that down. $8-8, not a great spot. Just check back. This 5-10 I can fold. Now we'll just fold out of this one here. Here we get ace king. Bump this up. Call the 3-4 here. Get a flush draw, but a paired board. Not great. I'm going to bet if he didn't bet, so I'm just actually going to fold out of this here with the paired board. Don't really love being in that situation. I mean, I could bet it, I could call it, but I'm just going to fold out of it. This spot here is really a bad board for me here. I'm just going to fold out of this. D6 we can definitely fold, and Jack 8 we can fold. It's Jack 4 I can fold. Eight 7 we're going to fold that. To the race here I'm going to fold the King 9 from the under the gun. And definitely going to fold the Ace 4 here to the under the gun raise there. Something I'm going to be doing when I watch this video back is see if I'm making any kind of mistakes while playing 4 tables here, which I think could be very, very helpful. This queen out here to the limp, I'm actually going to fold. And to this 3-bet here with the King 9, I'm definitely going to fold out of that. Fold this. Let's see if we can check. 4-2 here, we can check that. 4-2, check this again. And just check back again. And definitely not fold this. So here I can fold. Check this one here. Fold this guy. And this King 7 will check. We do have a gut shot here. Min bet. Actually, we'll call the min bet with the gut shot. I actually get a pair, which makes things really interesting. Can actually call a bet here. Half pot bet. Raise. Yeah, to the raise, I'll get out of here. As King 10, we definitely can bump this up. Back to a flush draw, but you know, multi-way pot, really a foldable hand to any kind of bet. And now we got the second nut flush draw. Things kind of change here. This right here we got top pair, but really bad kicker, of course. I can call this. Here we get 16 cents. I'm gonna call it. This here I can call the 9. Let's check again, and I'm just gonna check back here. I would take a bet a pair, and here we could just continue to check and just see if I can move my 9. But I'm inclined really to fold here. It's a straight draw, straight out there. I'm just gonna fold out of this hand. No really reason to continue there. Ace 9 here. We can bump it up if there's no bets. There is a bet. I will definitely fold out now. I think for the most part, I'm probably playing well. Probably not making many mistakes. I hope I'm not. Like I said, it's definitely going to be interesting just going back and watching this and just seeing, if I do make any mistakes or not. I'm sure there might be a couple mistakes I end up making as I'm just getting used to playing 4 tables. And the screen is kind of small. I wish it was a little bit bigger, the screen. But it's all right. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I would definitely fold to this. This guy's Mr. Crazy, heavy duty better. Jack 2, fold out easy. This guy just bets crazy. Bets crazy. Can't really see my note. 6 will fold here. Bets crazy. That's my note on him. He bets crazy. Very intense note. Guy's a complete nut. Mr. Deer Hunter guy. Deer Hunter 61. Gotta be careful with Deer Hunter 61. It's gonna put you in tough spots. So we're gonna definitely fold Ace 9 to that raise there. Actually, it's a big raise. If it was 12 cents, it'd be a different story. And especially now this guy comes into. It's 5-4. Obviously, we'll be checking. We do have a gut shot here. Two different types of gut shots. We can get a 7 or a 3 for a straight. And we don't. We just get a 4 as flush bar out there. I'm gonna fold to really any bet. And this here I can definitely bump up. Actually, take it down with the 4s. Never know when you're gonna just win with a pair of 4s. I got this new heater down in my basement. It's still freezing down here. It's so cold in my basement. You can probably hear it in my voice just how cold I am right now. Let's see if we check down here with the 10-6. We do have a gut shot here to the 9. And here to the limp 10-7. I'm actually just going to fold. And obviously to the all-in here, we can fold that. This Jack 5 here is a fold, actually. I start looking at also to see who's limping, to come up and figure out some other more recreational players. 10-10 here, we can bump that up. Get get a pair of eights on the board, which is interesting. I'm gonna see if I fold. Small little bet here, 4 cents. You know, it's just kind of, but with it being a multi-way pot, I'm just gonna call it. I'm not gonna raise it. Land a 10 into full house, which is a beautiful thing. So we just call him here, and with him leading out, you can just shove him on the river. Fortunately, he does not go for that, so we'll pot bet it here, and he'll either call or he won't. It'd be crazy if he shoves here. He doesn't. We'll take it down. That's 10-5. Players definitely seem pretty passive for the most part. Interesting spot here. I think I could just actually throw out a bet and probably take it here. If not, I mean, I do have a flush draw, even though it's a small flush draw, minuscule. And we take it. So we'll definitely fold that. Oh. 8-4. Nothing really doing here with this hand. Can fold to any bet. That's the bet. That beats the bet, yo. Sorry if I'm not so chatty. I'm just really concentrating on what's going on with the tables. So I'm pretty focused right now. Kind of like in the zone at this point. So just recording and you just hear me just blabbering. I'm not really explaining anything, what I'm doing. Going over in my head. But, you know, trying not to distract myself by talking too much. It's really just focusing on each situation. And you have these moments where I'm not doing anything at any table. It's a pretty heavy duty pot here. This guy gonna do another crazy bet. This big raise here, ace 10, I can actually fold it. It's about a 4.5x raise. This, I'm definitely gonna raise this up. Definitely interesting spot. Doesn't really hit my range all too well at all. With it, do have a backdoor flush draw though. Let's throw out a small bet. See if I can just take it down with a C bet. I don't really expect Elmer Fudd to be picking up on anything, thinking I don't have a 3-5 or a 2, so figure easy take that down. This here is just easy fold. I don't really expect Elmer Fudd over there to be saying, oh, that's not in his range. Elmer Fudd has no idea about ranges. And hey, I did have a backdoor flush draw, so it wasn't completely terrible. So cold down here right now. I don't know if you could tell my voice. I'm freezing. Up here we got nines, and all in is an exit for me, even with it just 69 cents. 69 cents. This is NL4, and especially you got all these other guys calling too. No, thank you. Not interested. This craziness. Whatever's happening over here is just insanity. I really want to see what's happening here. 8-7. I fall to a limp there, and that's it. I raise 3 of a kind sixes. Yeah, I actually would have taken this down, but I mean, I don't think I would have gotten involved in something like that. That was just like craziness happening there. It was just complete insanity happening over there. I got out of it though. This right here is really nothing happening. Any bet, I'm gonna fold. Yep, Sir Boss can bet that, and I have no interest in that hand. No interest at all. So we have four-handed here now. Sir Boss can get a blue. Sir Boss. Probably for my next video is I should probably have it set up that you guys are only seeing the screens and you're not seeing my background. I'm sure it's kind of annoying just seeing this. And I wonder if I have it set up just to see the screens, if the video would be bigger for you. I don't know. I don't know how I'd be able to get the video bigger. Maybe I can't even get the video bigger. At least maybe I can give you like you know what I should do is I should at least come up with like a background for the screen, so you guys aren't looking at my wallpaper, and maybe I create like a Poker Dad background or something like that, and kind of brand it or something like that for my own stuff. I think that'd be a pretty cool idea actually. Kind of branded Poker Dad wallpaper background. I think that could definitely be interesting. Still four-way here. I'll bump it up to 16 cents with the limper. Four ways here down this table too. I get another guy in here, Ronnie K, coming to join us. Thank you, Ronnie. And definitely fold to this bet here. Not a great board here, especially three ways. Check it. It's now going to be two, just two of us now. It kind of sucks. Scissoring spot now. Now I get a set here. Definitely a good spot to raise. Half pot. Let's give it a pretty good size raise here. I'm going to fold. I'm going to set out of this table. He calls it. He's going to check back in case he has a straight or something like that. He doesn't. He just called me with his king. Not that I think he has a straight, but I mean, I just don't want him to call me with anything worse. There are drawers on that board, so. Leave this table. Go find another. I'm gonna go find another table. Here I can fold. Ace 10 in this spot here to the raise. Actually, I can just fold this up. Move all these over. Oh, at least my table's gonna get all screwed up. Oh, I didn't join this table, idiot. Ace four here. All right, we'll just check behind. That's definitely gonna fold that. Uh, Unfortunately, no flush draw here. We'll just we get an ace now at least. We could just check call it. There is a straight out there, of course, but I'm not really too worried about that. We'll just check call. I mean, could have also have a better ace too, of course. And now, I mean, all it's needed is a king here. This makes his board pretty scary. And he just takes with a better ace. Oh, we all right. So we split it. My bad. My bad. Jack four. We can fold this. All right. Here. Make this 12 cents with the queens. Here I got top pair meh kicker. We just call it. Here at the queens, I am going to check call this. Obviously with the ace, it makes it a little bit not so great. Pair of sevens out here, 12-cent bet to 24 cents. I'm going to call this again. This here we're definitely going to 3-bet to 16 cents. This right here, of course, I love. Definitely just bet this here. I'm going to bet pot. And here we'll just check behind. And we have better king there. But I guess we split it. Fair enough. Here I'm just going to shove all in. And unfortunately he hits a straight. Nothing we can do about that. Five's just going to call it. No set here, so just check behind. Ace 9 here, we definitely fold that up. And this here, we definitely fold that up. A6 here from the big blind, multi-way pot. Not really too interested in that. And this ace 2 I can fold. Five eight, we can fold that. Jack 10 folds me, I'll raise this up. There's a limp, I'll fold it though. And obviously the raise, we can fold it. A couple limps here, but because I'm in position, I'm actually going to raise it up 20 cents. We'll check the ace 9. We do get one call. Get top pair, medium kicker. But with their flush draw being out there, I'm actually going to make it a 35 cents. Here I got top pair, top kicker. We'll just call that. I get two pairs, but on the flush board, which of course is kind of meh. Here, I'm okay just double barreling here. Dollar, push them all in at this point. I'm going to check behind here. take that down. 40-cent bet here. Two pair, 40 cents and 80 cents, half pot bet. I'm going to call it even with the flush draw being out there. It sucks the flush draw's out there, but, what am I going to do? This here I can fold. This here definitely just going to place a bet. And see what kind of bet we get from Mojo. I don't have to, I don't have to think that they have half pot bet again. If you have flush, you have a flush. Nope. I'll take it down. I don't think they have a flush with that, with the half pot bet. I really don't think they have a flush anyway, so I think it's a good call. I mean, if Mojo would have bet bigger, even like if Mojo would have bet a pot size bet, then I'm definitely folding there. But to the half pot bet, I'm not folding. King 6 offsuit, fold to the raise there. Of course, the most difficult thing here is the bet buttons aren't really too ideal. Like even like the open raise, like you can't do 3x. Like it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I just got to kind of estimate what I want to make my bet sizing as best I can. So I mean, it's not bad. He's not terrible, man. He's not terrible. I'm not looking at charts at all. I've memorized the opening raise charts. As for calling charts, I'm just going with how what I feel would be the right play. As you can see, I'm not really three betting a lot either. I could be. I don't really think I've had too many three bet spots really. Mostly for the most part, I'm gonna be three betting out of the small blind for squeeze, unless I have something I feel like I could squeeze with. Of course, I'm getting used to the bet sizes as well. Playing NL4, which I haven't played NL4 for a very, very long time. So getting used to the increments as well, the raise increments, all that. Which can make your own avatars. They always got these funky cartoony avatars. This is me in my basement pretty much with the hood, with the hood up most of the time. It's so cold down here. Even with insulation, it's still cold down here. Definitely fold ace too. So this is probably I could definitely isolate, but I'm just going to check behind here. Two pair, which is pretty nice. Definitely going to throw out a bet here. Half pot. Couple of short stacks here. Ronnie. And this guy here too. Had a lot of calls there. We'll go half pot again. With it being multi-way. Take it down. Wasn't really too worried about the three. And fold the king 8 here. Nothing really happening here. Chick, 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 chick. All they do is chick. King 2, I can raise it up here if it folds to me. I didn't realize we lost our guy over here. Crazy man. Guess he had enough. This guy Jesse J is doing pretty good up here. Jesse J. It's a pretty creepy avatar here. I guess that's the Halloween avatar. I wasn't playing on here in Halloween, so actually that's not true. I did play some tournaments here on Halloween. I'll definitely be playing tournaments probably on Friday nights on Global Poker. I actually like the tournaments on Global Poker, although apparently the rake is probably bad. But I don't know, just the player pool is so weak, especially in the tournaments. It's pretty fun actually. All right, so it's definitely a spot. You can just bump it up 16 cents. We get the call. Interesting flop here. Not I'm not against throwing out a C bet in this spot here. Backdoor flush draw. Make it 25 cents. And when I say I'm not against it, that means I'm going to do it. Is this the same guy that was over here? Shaggy? Shaggy Sparks. Guy's creepy. I'm a little scared of this guy. I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to play versus him. This board kind of sucks. And by kind of sucks, I mean it does suck. As in, I just don't like it. Global Poker. We're back, baby. Building from the ground up. Four tabling. Get used to four tabling is what I want to do here. Help fight off that crazy Global Poker variance. I mean, as you saw there with the up here, with that straight that came in. You know, these things are going to happen. The more hands you play, the more the variance will balance out, which is very important, which is why I really want a four table here. And as long as I can focus and make good plays, then, you know, that's what I'm looking for. It's funny because a lot of people complain that, you know, the runouts on this site are weird and all that stuff. And, you know, honestly, you know, playing on Ignition and even on playing on Bet Online, it's the same thing even at those sites, you know. So I really don't think that there's anything off about it because just I've seen it. I've seen crazy stuff at Ignition, and I've seen plenty of crazy stuff even at Bet Online. So, you know, they're all the same. The player pool makes a huge difference. I don't think you've seen a lot of that stuff at ACR because at ACR the player pool is just so much different. That people are so nitty and they fold so much, you don't see a lot of crazy stuff happen. From what I remember. So get a call here. I'm really not too interested in playing in this hand here. Pretty nice spot for me here. Um, I'm gonna check call it. Oh, I didn't realize that was my bad. I didn't realize that he checked it back. I'm sorry. There's nothing really happened here. And he bets into me here, and I could fold his hand. I kind of got confused on that one, but not really actually. I guess I could have let. I guess I could have let it to him, but being out of position, I was gonna play more like just a check call type hand, and if I got my flush, then I could always just raise him on it. And I'm really not trying to bluff too much around here, unless maybe both bluff on C bets. But other than that, you're not gonna get too crazy with these people because these people are playing their hands anyway. You're not really bluffing them. They don't have it. If they don't have it, they're not going to bet. If they have it, they will. And by it, I mean anything. And as you can see, I play conservative versus limps. Because limps don't mean that they have 9-2. It just means they have something. And they don't know any better. Something, I'll be getting used to when I go and I play at the casino in a couple of months. 12-cent raise here. This is a good spot. Well, actually, this is really, I think, more of a, if I were to check, it's actually good. It's an interesting spot to actually throw out a 3-bet. This is a good spot to isolate. You just don't want to see him come along, of course. Unfortunately, he does. And the board sucks for me. So, isolation fail. Miserably. Just gets worse. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Queen 10. Let me look at that board. I had the best hand going in. But yeah, I would have. A 3-way pot. I'm not screwing around there. I got to assume somebody at least has a pair. Nobody did. But I mean, interesting calls. They both had offsuit, just broadways, and they both decided to. They both decided to just call there. Interesting. But these guys are going to call with a lot of broadways. You got to keep that in mind too. This is a spot here that I actually really feel like if anybody bets, I can fold because I just think it's somebody would have a king. Now with 2 kings, this is a really interesting spot here because now I don't think anybody has a king. So I could just call any bet, and I don't believe anybody here has a king, and I could possibly have the best hand. But I'm just going to check it around and just see if we just take it down. But I'll call a bet. Oh, that's a crazy bet though. That says to me possibly pair of threes, pair of twos, something like that. That yeah, I can't call that bet. As much as I was interested in calling a bet, not a crazy over bet like that. Almost makes you feel like the guy pulled the full house out of his butt. And I don't know why he would bet like that because we've all been checking and playing that hand very conservatively. Why he thinks that, unless he's over betting like that to take the pot. I mean, it wasn't a big pot; it was a 16-cent pot. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of that bet was to be betting like that. I mean, I was gonna call if I was gonna call with a regular bet. Really interesting. Uh, Interesting raise here. And getting the call too. Call it just because it's suited ace. Not really a great flop, even though I do have the ace. It's a middling ace on a flush board on the multi-way pot. I just easily fall down to that. I get a call from this crazy guy. Not a great flop for me, but definitely one I think I could just take down with a C bet. And definitely going to be raising him here. Is 21 cents. Do the math in my head. Actually, no, I was wrong. It's supposed to be 24 cents. My math was off. And we could just do a shove here, actually. And he's got ace king. He pulls out an ace. If we somehow get a queen out of this, it'd be a beautiful thing. We don't, so he takes it down. Shove is the right play, though. I think shove is always the right play there. Jack 8 here, we can definitely fold this. And it was just unfortunate that he hit his ace there. Ten three. I fold this down here. So we got a poster here. So king queen. Oh, I have a note here, calling station. That must be from a long time ago. This person, I guess, has been playing that long on Global Poker that God knows how old this note is. I'll check the king nine. Just easily fold out of that hand here. I'm gonna fold this. Nothing happening here. So we go three ways. Not a great flop. Nothing happening here. Three ways will fold any bet. Obviously, this here we're definitely folding this. Now we get a pair, so not really too afraid of this here. Let's throw out a bet. It's like a delayed C bet. King 6 here. Min raise. Actually gonna call it. Min raise by the small blind. Get middle pair. It's interesting. So I'm gonna throw out a bet. 10 cents. Let's see what check. This here I'm definitely just gonna fold. It's because, I'm betting that there. I mean, he just opened with a super huge range. In fact, I even hit any piece of the board. I'm just going to bet that. This here, definitely going to fold. Definitely fold the ace 3 here. This guy here, I'm going to mark this guy. This board here is just a couple people that just have no money. King 7 here, we fold that. King 7 actually I could really open. Oh, no, that's the hijack, so no, we wouldn't open it there. I could. This spot here would definitely raise here in the button. Middle pair. Just check back. If I get a check here again, I'm definitely going to throw out a bet. If not, I'm still definitely going to call too. But now we just throw out a bet. 20 cents is good. Get a call, which is interesting. So I'm just going to check behind if they check here. 68 cents pot size bet. So I really think they're doing this with worse than a pair of jacks here. I really don't think so. So I can fold this up. Kind of expected to take it there on the turn. Once she bets on the turn, then pot size bet there. I don't think she's doing that with worse than a pair of jacks. So I think it's easy fold. As you can see, I mean, she's playing every hand. And this flop is just kind of not great. Which, of course, is not helpful when, when I have to bet into her. Spot here actually becomes like just an interesting spot just to isolate possibly. Although I didn't realize this guy is only 28 cents. He might shut me all in. If he does, I mean, that's fine. He's really very stingy there. This is a good spot just for a C-bet. Make it 30 cents. When he raises me here, and he's short stacked, I don't see any reason to call it, even with the pair of eights. Even though it's a mid raise still. There's only one card that's going to help my hand improve there. So, 4, 5. This is a gut shot with an ace in the background. Nice to get a check and to see a free card. We don't get that 20 cents. Um, I think there's actually one I can call here. Even though it's a pot size bet. Really, the hand has not changed much at all. Except now I do have another way to get a straight draw. Any 2 or any 6 gives me a straight draw. But I mean, pot size bet again. I'm not going to chase a draw. With the second pot size bet, it was one thing for the 20-cent bet. Another 60-cent bet for chasing a draw. I don't think it's the right play. And this 9-3 suited here, I'm going to fold to this. 16-cent bet. Queen 7 I can fold. Alright, here we get kings 4 ways. No takers in that one. And 12-cent bet, of course, we'll definitely call to the small blind. Not really a great flop. And when he c-bets to me here, it's an easy fold. And we definitely can bump this up here. Not a great flop here. I mean, we do have middle pair. Not much else really going on here. I can call it though. Just with middle pair in this spot, I can call, at least get one shot at it. But now I can easily fold out of this hand here. With the 7, it's like just even like a borderline call. 7-6 suited. I'll just check it off here. And this spot here, we can just definitely raise this up 16 cents. Here I have an open-ended straight draw, which is pretty nice, so I'm going to definitely throw out a bet here. Ace 9 here, can make it 24 cents. And this spot here, I'm definitely just going to fold out of this. Alright, here, interesting spot. Do a check call with the open ender, and plus we got a flush draw as well. He bets 30 cents. Here we got a backdoor nut flush draw. This I'm going to fold to the limper, and this here I'll definitely call. And we do pull the straight out of our butt. Just going to shove him, see if we just get a call out of him. Sometimes these guys call with crazy stuff. Maybe I could have induced a bluff, but I just want to see if we just get the call there. Nut flush draw with a pair on the board, straight, 72-cent bet, pot size bet in the multi-way pot. Actually, gonna get out of this. Nines here. Make this 20 cents. Hit a set, which is beautiful. So I'm gonna do like a check raise actually. $0.48. So I'll make it $1.05. Put him in a pretty tough spot there. Here, definitely make this. I'm gonna check behind 4 people here. I have I have that ability to do so. And definitely gonna call this bet. Do have a gut shot here. Do we? 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Half pot bet. My pair of nines with a gut shot. No reason not to continue. 2 pair now. I mean, you got to think maybe that he has a jack and now he's betting a pot size bet. So I think now at this point we can just fold out of this hand. Pot size bet tells me everything I need to know. On a paired board, that my pair of nines is not going to be good enough. My fours here to the under the gun, I'm actually going to fold. Ace 3. It's a backdoor nut flush draw. Now this hand's pretty much dead. So a four-handed here. To limp will make this 16 cents. Dicky Mo. Medium pair, top kicker. Just check this one back. And it goes to the pot size bet now, which I think is quite interesting. So we'll just call it here. Shoving all in is really interesting here. But with the third best possible pair here on the board, I don't see a scenario where I can call this. I might have done it with second best pair, but with third, I'm not going to do it. Great spot here. Let's see here. I got top pair. Just gonna throw out a pot size bet here. He raises it on me, which is definitely interesting. This here is fold. I'll call his min raise. I could definitely raise him again, but just gotta hope he doesn't have a straight here. Check raise would definitely be very interesting. This here you can fold. He's thinking so hard, which really made it interesting. If he did check raise, that would have been quite the play. Ace king would definitely raise this up. That would have been quite the gutsy play. I don't know if we just timed out or what. Here in this spot, throw out a bet. Top pair, top kicker. We got a flush. Now we got a straight draw out there too. She just wants to check now. Obviously, we'll call the bet. And, just hope we don't run into a flush or a straight or anything like that. Or maybe we get a straight of our own. Let's see if we just induce a bluff here. We don't, unfortunately. Not sure if they would have called it. Being out of position, obviously, it makes it kind of a bit more annoying. Here I have top pair and a multi-way pot. But it's such a small pot. Here we have a gut shot. Let's throw out a bet. See if we just take it down here. Here we just continue to check. Now we got second best pair. Here we get top pair with an okay kicker. I'm definitely gonna raise him up here with his min bet. And small bet here. I can actually call it, believe it or not. Yeah, we took it down. She bluffed. I haven't been paying. I'm gonna go back and watch on the video and see what she's been doing. Obviously, I haven't been paying attention to what she's been doing when I have been playing. I'm curious to see what some of her showdowns have been, and I'll take note next time. I just haven't had the opportunity to see what she could be betting. Playing 4 tables has been kind of tough to look. I have to say, when I used to play a global poker, there used to be so many disconnects. It looks like now they've really solved their disconnect problem. Site's actually moving super smooth. I'm actually really impressed. Global poker's come a long way since I last played on here seriously. Well, we know this guy's a reg, right? So we found a reg. I haven't noticed any other regs around. King 7 in this spot. We fold it. I'll give him a reg note for now. Because the fact I see him playing on multiple tables here. Ace 5's to the limp. We're going to fold. Here's the second pair, but never going to excite me in this spot. Guy is 64 cents. This would be a good 3-bet spot here. Don't need to. I think aside from a couple of bad all-ins, I think it's been a good session. Interesting spot here. I could just call it and keep in his worst hands, actually. Flush draw, kind of meh, but I'm not going to be too worried about it. I'll call any bet he throws out my way. He throws nothing. That's fine. Let's see, ace jack here. Definitely raise that up. Get a shove all in here. Assume he has a set or something like that, but the top pair of jacks, I'm going to call it. Let's see here. I got a little distracted, my bad. I don't mind limping through here in this spot. Here I got a middle pair, top kicker. Just check through. Medium pair. Medium pair. It's a pretty crappy pair in this spot. 38 cents. Get a shove all in here. In a multi-way pot with this person, I'm actually going to fold my jacks, believe it or not. Wow, I actually would have won that hand. All right, crazy stuff. But I mean, the correct play is obviously going to be to fold in that spot. Just a crazy shove here by this blue. This here definitely going to fold out of this. I mean, definitely the right play to fold that. Jack top. Just a pair of jacks. It's not like I'm running away with anything there. Notice it doesn't give him the purple here too, huh? Make this 24 cents. Here I get a set. Definitely gonna bet this. And here, let's see, we're out of position. I'm gonna do a check raise. Interesting spot now. Check call it, Unfortunately, the way the hand played, being out of position versus him, interesting. I mean, this guy's super passive. I think he might be super passive. Probably could have bet there, but I mean, just being out of position. I'm really surprised actually he didn't bet at all. But then the hand just got a little scary, and I couldn't really risk betting and then being put in a tough position if there was potential flush out there with all that checking happening. So seems kind of strange, I had two pair with ace king, but it wasn't guaranteed to be the best hand on the board in that spot. It'd have been a better situation to check call it and induce a bluff than anything. Here we get a nice open ender. Definitely throw out a bet here. You see C bets, especially when you're in position, are very effective here. Very effective. Like, obviously, there's no stats for me to be able to keep track of here, but I have to assume you know, the C betting has been pretty good here. 24 cents. That's a bad raise. I'm sorry. 12 cents times 3 would be 36. I'll have to get better at my math. Let's try to head pop that there. Ace 10 here. I can fold. Alright, we just got to call it, unfortunately, and just hope that, hope I'm up against a set. Alright. Took that one down. Interesting all-in by him. I will not complain. I will not complain. I didn't get sucked out again at all, and that was nice. That was nice. And he was scary with his pumpkin mask. Alright. Not really happening here. It's going to be interesting watching this video back and really get to analyze what's been going on at these tables. That's why I wanted to actually record this, even though I knew I wasn't going to be able to do much commentary. Because I really want to watch it back and just... Really, my plan actually is going to be to watch it back 4 times. And focus on each table one at a time to really see how all the people are playing here. To get a better idea on what's happening at NL4 here at Global Poker. Obviously an all-in here would definitely fold. King Jack offsuit. Not worthy enough. Sometimes my mouth starts getting sticky. Kind of annoying. Nothing really happening here. That was my dog in the background that you just heard, by the way. Shaking her booty. Ace 2 here. I actually fold to a limp, believe it or not. I know it seems super kind of nitty in a way. We've seen what this guy does, so I think he fold. Which I don't mind a fold there, even though I have 2 paired board. Backdoor flush draw, lots of crazy stuff happening over there. But we've seen this guy just play pretty. This guy's Jaybird's pretty nitty, from what I can tell. My mouse is really sticking. It's really annoying and very dangerous for potential misclick. I think it's gonna fold. I know it seems crazy folding Queen Jack, but to the limp, it's really the right play. Obviously, it's kind of a big bet here on a flush board. I can easily fold it. I'm going to put a note here. This guy's nitty. I'll give him a red. Doesn't show up on this one, but it will next time I play. My mouse is... My computer's in overdrive too right now. My computer's really pushing the limits. Recording, and this is not a good computer. Ace 10 here into cutoff. To the limp, I'm actually going to fold it. Again, I know it seems like nitty, but, you know, I could isolate it there, but, you get in trouble in those spots. And you start spewing off money for no reason versus these players who aren't going to, most of the time, might not fold anyway. And I think ace 10 in that spot, I could limp it, but I just don't really want to over limp. I just rather fold or raise. I don't want to limp along. That's one thing I plan on just not doing. That was doing at ignition, and I just really don't want to do here. Yeah, I could be losing, missing money in some spots, but, I'd rather play less multi-way pots too. I was playing too much of that in ignition. Raise all in, of course, we'll fold this here. So, I mean, maybe it's playing a little bit more careful, but I'm okay with that. And again, when I watch the video back, I'll take notes of what's going on in these spots that I'm not noticing at the tables right now. I will have my notebook out and I will be taking notes. Faux show. Faux show. Yeah. So we're actually in the cutoff here, but to the limp, I'm definitely not. So actually, that spot was a cutoff, and if I look at my chart, my limp chart, ace 10, yeah, I mean ace 10 is something you would either limp behind or fold. So ace 10 is just not a great hand. It looks pretty because there's an ace there, but it really isn't. There's more than meets the eye. Transformers. Ace queen down here. Interesting spot. Check behind here. I could see bet him. Probably take the pot now. This gets even more interesting. Again, just check behind. It's a spot here. Ace high could possibly win this board. I'm actually going to call his min bet to see if I can just win it with ace high. It's quite possible. No, he actually had a king. I mean, it's a min bet, so there's really no reason not to call it there. I know I've been playing pretty tight, and it seems kind of strange for me to do that, but for me to make that call. But sometimes, as we've seen, these guys can do that. Can just bet out of position with an ace high, and obviously we have one of the best ace highs, better than his, because he didn't even 3-bet his ace king. If you notice, by the way, and we can actually take a note of that, which I will when I have a chance. Three bet with ace jack. It's a small three bet. I'm gonna call it just because it's such a small three bet. I get top pair on a flush board. Not too worried about it. Definitely can call this. Don't love the fact we get another club out there. If he shoves, I'm definitely gonna fold it without having a club in my hand. And I'm okay even checking behind here. I could definitely have the best hand. Five five here. Raise it up. Can I get him to call with a worse jack? I'm not gonna attempt that. Yeah, he had aces, so good no bet. I thought about it, but kind of tough for me um, to rep there. So I'm betting him and being seeming so nitty. I'll be surprised to see a call here. He could have a king or a ten, of course. And if he calls, then I'm gonna back off here. But we've seen him be super nitty, and I didn't realize that there was another guy, so I kind of screwed that up. My bad. Screwed that up myself. Didn't realize there were three guys. This guy's hiding behind these boxes here. Alright, this is definitely gonna fold. This would be an interesting spot to see if he bets. He could have been chasing the flush, and I mean he could just have anything here. Yeah, that was a bad job by me. I didn't realize it was a three-way pot, and obviously if I would have noticed it was a three-way pot, I wouldn't even bet in that spot. I would have checked, and any bet I would have folded. So definitely an error on my part. Sometimes I think these things can happen. We'll just live with it. What time is it? Check off here. So we'll shut down the video. I don't want to make this any longer than 2 hours. See, so King Jack, we're playing 5 ways, so definitely spot to throw out a raise there. You also notice that definitely the players here at NL4 compared to what we've seen at NL10 on Ignition. They're not aggressive at all. You hardly see any three bets happening here at all. I mean, even the guy with the ace king doesn't three bet. So players are not very aggressive here. That guy had aces. Well, that guy had aces. He did three bet me, but he three bet me really really light. A 20-cent three bet into a 12-cent bet. So I mean, it wasn't even like 2x. They're just not very aggressive here. Which is why, in a way, you got to take a look at the limps and look at them almost as open raises. Because they'll limp good hands. Here, of course, we'll check this. And this ace-4 check. And I'll definitely fold to that bet. Multi-way pot here. We'll just check and fold any bet with ace 4. So again, here this is the limp. Now, see, if I look at my limping chart and the button, ace 10 is just definitely something to fold. And it's interesting. I call this guy kind of a reg. He's a nit, but he's open limping, which is interesting. Fold. Yeah, I'm actually going to isolate in this spot just because I don't mind playing versus this guy here. And I mean, I should just be able to take this down right now versus him and not even really hesitate. Because he's not playing any kind of advanced style, as you can tell. And he raises me, which is really interesting. This makes you think maybe he has a better ace. Guy's been a super nit the entire time. Thing is, can we fold top pair? Can we fold top pair versus him? I really think we do because we've seen how he's been playing, and he's been playing so nitty. That's just not like him at all. Something is off there. Where he's got a set or something like that. He's not betting like that with nothing, and I think I'm okay folding top pair with a meh kicker. That's just a read I have on him. So now we get a full house here. Actually going to lead into him here. I feel like he'll probably bet it. We just got to hope he doesn't end up with some kind of crazy better full house type of deal. I'm going to check. I'm actually going to check them here. It's interesting that he keeps betting that. It was definitely an interesting spot. I was kind of hoping he would bet there. I'm kind of surprised he didn't. After he called my bet for him to, check behind, I think it was kind of interesting. But again, it just shows you how, I don't know, just how passive they are here. Where he didn't take the opportunity to potentially bluff me off of something with his sevens. Because you wonder why he even called that bet unless he was just hoping he would pull a full house out of his butt. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Of course, we'll check behind. But I'm gonna look at all this when I watch back. Here I get fives. I could actually call one bet here. And of course, we'll just check behind here. I think now any bet I'll fold. Even a min bet there. I'm going to shut down the video now. I might play for a little bit longer, but I think this was. I think overall this has been fun, and I think I played. I think I played it well. I'm going to definitely go back and take a look and see how I did in these spots, and just focus on each table one by one and go back and watch it and really see how people are playing. But I mean, I could just tell that people are definitely very passive here and not aggressive. Definitely not aggressive. At least not aggressive on their good hands. It seems like they're more aggressive on their bad hands. But I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take notes. and should be fun. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, do me a favor, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I have 19 blah, 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 blah. I have 19 subscribers now, which I really appreciate. So thank you so much. And my next video will probably be a study video. Since I've done two gameplay videos in a row, which I usually don't do. Um, just saying, I got this Queen 9 here. Might bump up, but not to the limp. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and till next time, Polka Dad out.